Hello, YouTube. Hello, Spotify. If you are listening to us there, true. This is Talk and Talk. I am Bruna, and I'm the hostess this morning. Today, I have with me Ana, Fernando, Sara, Natalia, Bruna, and Edna, and we are talking about adoption. Girls and guys, actually, the questions are in the chat. I will send them one more time because the girls have just joined us. Well, if you don't know Talk and Talk, all of you who are here already know, but if you are listening to us and you don't know us yet, this is a conversation platform. We come every single day to practice languages, English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This is not a class, it's just a conversation, and today we are talking about adoption. Nobody here is going to judge, to correct, or something like that. It's just a place to talk, all right? I said Spotify because if you guys don't know it yet, you can listen to our conversations on Spotify. Just type Talk and Talk, and then you have access to the conversations, all right? There are many talks there. Well, let me say good morning to Lara. Hello, Lara. So good to have you here. How are you?
Hello, good morning. I am great and you?
Better now that you're here with us. I'm sending the questions one more time, and I'm going to split us right now. Don't forget, in the breakout room, if you need any help, there's a button down below called Ask for Help. You can just click there, and I will go to the room to help you. And be respectful, choose someone to read the questions, and make sure everybody's going to have the chance to talk a little bit, all right? And don't talk too much, respect the speaking time, and the most important thing is to enjoy it, right? So just a minute that I'm gonna split us. I really hope you guys enjoyed the talk. Let me see, I think I'm gonna have 2 rooms of 4. If someone else joins us, I might need to organize stuff a little and maybe close the rooms or something like that. But let's see, I think it won't be necessary. Let me just send one of the hostess. We have a lot of hostess here today. That's good. I will send one of them to the breakout room. So I'm gonna have here in the main room with me, Fernando, Nachi, and Sara. All right, and then Ana, Bruna, Edna, and Lara are going to the breakout room. All right. I really hope you guys enjoy it. And at 9:50, I will bring everybody back. All right, let's go. All righty, we're here now. Let's start introducing ourselves. Today we have a lot of girls, so I will start with the ladies first. Nachi, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Natalia. I'm 28 years old and I'm living in Santos, coastal city of São Paulo. I love to live here, to go to the beach, to walk with my dogs. And I love days like today, sunny and summer and things like that.
Very good. Now, it's really good to have you here with us. I love when you have the chance to talk, so I'm really happy you're here. Thank you so much. And how about you, Finn?
All right. I am 33. I live in Brasilia. It's very hot here today, so I'm kind of melting already. And let me see. Something different. Yeah, I don't know. I'm graduated. Sorry?
How was the weekend?
The weekend was good. I had to looking for a rent because I would probably move out here, and this is very complicated because move out is always difficult. But I am excited also because a new place is like a new moment in life, so it's good too.
Definitely, I loved it.
Yeah, and I love music, I love movies, I love pets, especially dogs. And yeah, that's me. I'm a little bit slow because I just woken up. So yeah.
No problem at all. No judgments. It's all right. No problem. Thank you so much. I loved knowing about your new moment, that it hasn't arrived yet, but it's coming, right? So I'm sure it's going to be a good phase, you know? Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I said I would call the ladies first, and then I called Fernando, so I'm sorry, Sarah. Can you introduce yourself, please?
I was thinking about it and laughing in my mind, you know, but that's okay. I'm Sarah. I'm 20 something. I'm saying that now. What else? I really like the color blue. I'm a dog person. I started studying Spanish on Monday. It was awesome, but also horrible because my Spanish no hablo nada. So, but I'm happy to start a new challenge and always excited to be here.
Yeah, amazing. It's really good to have you here. And I hope we can meet each other at the Spanish meetings. You know, I think it's going to be a good moment. Very good, guys. And my name is Bruna. I am 20. Let's follow Sana. I am in my 20s, almost in my 30s. My 30s are coming. I don't have any pets. I don't have children. But I think this subject's really interesting and important to be discussed. So that's why I chose this subject for today. What else, guys? I live with my family in São Paulo. I like dancing. I like music too, just like Fernando. I am passionate for podcasts. I love podcasts. And yeah, that's it. I'm graduated in languages. I am a community manager too here on Talk and Talk. And that's it about me, general information about me. All right, I think now we can start with the first question that is really, I think it's difficult. All of the questions I think are difficult today. So let's see. Why do you guys think people decide to have children? Is it something related to fulfilling an aspiration, or something related to human biology or social pressure? Maybe I think Faye is the only one who has children, right? So I will start with you, Faye. Why?
All right. It is a difficult question. Yeah, I think in the first place is the question defined has a very good definition about fulfilling a genuine aspiration. In the first place, you know, we do this because we have this need to take care of someone and give love and receive love. I think is the first thing that is maybe a selfish thing. But then when we have the things change and we start loving him or her so much, and it's different. We just want to take care and we just want to give the baby the best. So it changes. But the first thing I think is about that. It is like, okay, I'm gonna do a very bad comparison here. Don't judge me. But when we want a puppy, a dog, or even a cat, we want to take care of it, and in exchange, we just want love. So I think it's more or less the same feeling, but in a larger scale, of course, in a different scale. But yeah,
it is like really difficult, right? Because I was thinking here, lots of time, like people don't choose to have children. It happens, you know, and so it's hard also to say that they decide. Of course, if you don't wear condom or things like that, the chances are bigger, right? But sometimes even wearing condom, this can happen, right? So I feel that sometimes it's because of the human biology that it just happens, you know. But I think all of these things like aspiration or social pressure I think this can happen too, and I think some families have children because of it too, right? Like because of this reason. So from my point of view, it's hard to choose just one because it depends on the family, right?
Yeah, but if you put like this, why people decide to have,
Uh-huh.
because accidents happens. It was
Yeah.
my case, for example, but yeah, a decision, I believe it's something like that.
I got it. I got it. Very good. I loved it. Nanji, how do you see it?
Fernando said, I think really important to decide because I have didn't notice this word. When the family planning to have a children, I guess, in my opinion, it is more genuine aspiration. For example, in my case, I was not planning to. My parents didn't plan it. So my mother didn't, oh, I want to have a baby, I want to care about it. No, but when the parents, oh, we are in a good moment to have children, let's do it. Let's prepare our finances, let's prepare our house. When they have it, I guess, in my opinion, that in the most cases, of course, there are exceptions. It's a genuine aspiration, a dream. I think that it's really important for that family.
I loved it. Yes. Yeah, definitely this word like decide changes the perspective, right? So I really liked it. Couldn't agree more with you. And what do you think, Sarah? Share with us your point of view.
I still don't know my opinion 100%, but here we go. Maybe if we talk about decisions, we can eliminate the human biology because we don't have power over this. We don't just have this biological necessity to continue the humankind, I guess, the human species. I would say that social pressure plays a huge role, especially for women in this context, because I always question myself, do I want this? Or not only about having kids, but do I really want this? Or just because I've heard that it's good, that is something that I was supposed to want, So I feel like it would be more romantic to say that aspiration is the main reason, but I kind of tend to give more credit to social pressure as well, because it's not something that you can run from. You want to be, oh, I will just do the things that I want, but in reality, it's easier said than done, So maybe the social pressure is the hiding reason, something that
Yeah,
we don't think about it as much, but it's powerful.
definitely. And this is something nice because I think it was last year we had the meeting about motherhood here, and we were talking about this idea that women have this mother nature, and then they are born to be mothers, and then. I don't think it's. I think this is a really dangerous speech, right? To say, women were born to be moms. Oh, really? Like we are taught since we are children to play with dolls and to take care of our dolls, right? So and like boys are taught to play with cars and everything. So I totally feel you. We start being pressured so young, right? Like playing with these dolls and like playing the like role playing as if we were mothers, so it's really hard because it starts so right. Yeah, I loved it.
This is also very interesting because the pressure mix with our desires too. So there is a level that we don't know what we want and what we are supposed to do because of this pressure.
Definitely. It's like getting married, I think I need to get married because of this and that, and but do I really want to get married, or is it something society says it's important, and then we get frustrated because we didn't achieve these milestones, so it's really really hard. Go ahead, Naj.
I would say that actually it is kind of stranger, yet a couple that don't have a children, 20 years of marriage and don't have a children, they ask it, oh, why? What's happening? It's not normal. I guess it is the social pressure. Sometimes the man don't want, and the family, the friends ask it about it. Oh, and when you be old, what gonna happen? Sometimes the couple really don't want it, and the society put a pressure, and they pass to want. It can happen.
Definitely, it's really really tough, yeah. But it's like really nice what you said, like couples that don't want to have children, they are judges, right? Like, oh, how weird. Like, you said something nice about like what other people usually say. So, oh, if you don't have children, you are going to be alone in your life, like when you get older. A lot of parents who have children, they are alone, because the children leave them and they are like living their own lives. So it doesn't mean that if you have children, they are going to be with you forever, right? So it's really really crazy thing to think. I always keep number 2 and go to number 3 about the challenges of having children. And we have like a lot of questions in one. Let's try to discuss a little bit. And the difference between raising a biological child or an adopted one. And of course, you can also share if you have already considered or thought of adopting a kid. I will start with you now, Sarah. What do you think? So many questions in just one.
Yeah, I don't mind. I can answer. So, the challenges are huge. You are always trying to do your best, but there are no guarantees things are gonna work out in the way you planned. I feel like the difference it's smaller if the kid it's like a little kid, like a baby, or inferior to 2 years old, something very early phase, but if it's an older kid, maybe that the kid could have some traumas, some situations that are related to the previous family. The more the kid had been around the family, I think the situations could change depending on that. So the challenge is different because your kid, your biological child, you know everything about this little person, but if someone who comes from another family, another background, you can face some challenges and some things that you weren't expecting, and I would consider adopting because I feel like it's a noble thing to do, and that it's beautiful and selfish reason because I don't, for me, the changes in the body are one of the worst parts, about having a kid. And if you are adopting, you get to skip that part. So maybe another good reason it is that one. Yeah.
It's okay. I liked it. Yeah. No reason to judge you. So that's nice. And like you said, nice stuff. I think mainly about the background children usually have when they are adopted, right? Like usually, mainly if they are bigger, they have some experience in shelters, or mainly they were not well treated by their families, right? And then I think this is something that needs therapy, or that needs they need to be like taken care of in a deeper way, and I think this might be the main reason, the main thing to, or the main difference, challenges of raising a child. I think there are so many, right? Educating, I don't know, dealing with their feelings and dealing with our feelings too, like not like mainly if it's the first child, I think it's harder because you don't know how to do it. So you are doing it for the first time, right? And I think it's really challenging. And I would definitely consider adopting too. I think it is a really nice idea. And I've been reading more and understanding more how it works. And I think it's really, really nice. Yeah, this is my answer. And how about you, Nat? Share with us.
I agree with you both. You were perfect in consideration because the challenge is totally different. But for me, raising a kid, a lot of challenge. And I heard a phrase weeks ago that we judge it too much or critics our parents, but when we have our own children, we understand better the challenge that they have with us. So I'm not mother yet, so I didn't understand the challenge that my mother had with me, but I have two nieces, and one of those is a young adult, 20 years, and the other 10 years. And my sister, I don't remember the word, but suffers a lot with this phases, and tell it to my mother, oh my God, Carol is difficult, Lorena in the school. And my mother said, oh, you are seeing now how it's difficult. So we are just feeling in our life really what our parents passed with us, the challenge when we pass it through it, independently of biological or adoption, because it's not easy to create, to raise, to educate a human being, because they have their own personality, they have their own characteristics, and the mission of the parents is education in the better way, but it's hard.
Yeah,
and by the moment I don't consider to adoption, because I don't want to have children young, no, but for the next years I just want to have children more than 30s, and I don't know if my future husband would agree. And I don't know about the future. I don't know even if I want to have my own. So let's see what the future will prepare.
Yeah, it's really crazy about like just to like finish, and then like Fernando can talk. But I was thinking a lot about it, because we like mainly now that Fabio Porchat got divorced because his ex-wife like wanted to have children and he didn't want. And then there is like another influencer that she adopted two children, and then like it's interesting to think we can do this by ourselves, right? Like that we don't need someone with us, and that this is a really like personal choice. Of course, like we can decide it like with our partners, right? But it's nice to see like women choosing to do this by themselves, or like deciding to be with someone who wants this too. Oh, I've been thinking a lot about that, really, really great. Yeah. All right, Fair and Drew, share with us. You have experience, so you can tell us.
You told so many interesting things. I can relate to that thing that and Nat said about mothers saying, "Oh, now you see," because my mother does that all the time. And about the challenges of raising a child, I could speak for hours here because it's really challenging in many ways, in many different ways. I think the most difficult part is because they don't come with a guide, and you don't know what to do. I think it doesn't matter what is your age, you will always feel insecure because you are taking care of a life. So it's huge. In my case, I was 18 when I became a father, 18, almost 19. So I didn't know about anything in life. And it was very, very challenging. Yeah, especially because everything that we do reflects on them. So we are inspirations for them, and this is a huge responsibility. So yeah, and many others challenges, of course, financial, about education, many, so many. The difference, I think the adaptation, as you all said, is a huge difference. Mainly when it comes to an older child, because they already have their lifestyles, their likes and dislikes, and it's different. But I think when you go through this phase, it'll be okay. It'll be the same. The love will be the same. Everything will be the same. But this first step is challenging as well. And I would consider adopting, but not for now. But I want to have another child in the future, and adopt would be something to consider.
Amazing, I loved it. Yeah, this is really nice. There is another influencer I follow that she has a biological daughter, but she has also an adopted son. And she says that with both children, we need to learn how to love them, right? Because it's like we usually see like parents like talking about this genuine love and everything, but like, can you imagine you have a child, like out of a sudden you learn how to love them every single day, right? And how to, yeah, like how to take care and how to develop this love, right? And I see this something that happens with both cases, you know, like with if the child is biological or if it's adopted. So really nice. There are so many good questions. I don't know which one to choose, but I will skip to question number 6. It's a bit polemic, but I want to know what you guys think about it. About celebrities or like people in general who adopt children internationally, and how do you see this? You know, what is your point of view about it? Let's start with you, Finn. What do you think?
I think it's great because they are role models, so they are models at least. So and they have a big public, so it's good that they are doing something nice and it can encourage other people to do the same. I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's like really nice because I think that some years ago I used it to think it wasn't a good idea, but then I started like seeing other families who have experienced it, and I don't think it changes, you know. So I am with you. I think it's a good idea. It's just like another way of doing it, right? Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
like
And
it's
how
like
about you?
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is like another good act that they do. A lot of people don't like when they show, because they are bragging themselves. But no, I think it's good because they have this window, so it's good to encourage people to do the same. So it's good, do the act and show
Yeah.
people.
And I think there are challenges too, like because you are going to introduce these children to a new culture, right? So I think it is important to keep their roots, and show them both, like not to separate or to take them away from their own culture. So I think this is a challenge that needs to be, I think, like parents need to be careful, when doing it. Yeah. Sarah, how do you see it? Share with us. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think we are on the same page. I was thinking about Giovanna Ebank, Bruno Gagliasso, that it's like the famous couple that I can remember right now. And it's like, oh, we have so many children here in Brazil. Why didn't they adopt here? People ask, but it's not up to us to decide. I feel like it could be a type of connection. You are traveling, you had that experience that people don't know about, and it's okay. It's Brazilian children or children in other countries are needed. They need the love in the same way, the love, the protection, the support. So doesn't matter the nationality to me. And I totally agree with you about the culture, about how they can stay connected to their roots, and they don't feel like, oh, it's I don't know who I am because I was born in Africa and now I'm in Brazil and everything's different. Everything is different, but in a way you feel like you belong because you have the identity preserved, and that's very important. But I used to think that, oh, they will try to play like saviors or something like that because they are white and the kids are black, something very weird to say, but like you have this type of polemic around the internet, so now I don't think like that anymore. I think that you have their own history, their own reasons, their own reasons to make this decision, and that's okay. It's not up to me to decide.
I loved what you said about the white savior stuff, because this is a subject I've always wanted to bring here to an immersion, but I don't know how to approach this subject. So I am always like thinking about that and how to do it, but I've never had I don't know. I just don't know how to do it, and I loved it. I think this is the same idea I used it to have, but I also changed my mind, and I totally feel you. I loved it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And how do you see it, Nach?
Yeah, I totally agree too. I believe that if the celebrities have this power of influence, they can use this influence to a good way and influence the people that follow them to adopt, to care about those that have special needs. Uh, Perfect, good, better than do things that will not agree in nothing, influence in a bad way. In Portuguese, we say de serviço. If they good things to the world and influence the people with this, very good.
Yay, I loved it. I loved it. Very good. Couldn't agree more with you too. I will keep with you, Nachi, in the next question about the children having the right to know if they have been adopted. Like, do you think they should know about it? And when should parents tell them they were adopted?
Yeah, I believe that they have the right to know because it's an important thing, and for me it's a matter that needs to be discussed in an open way, because as Sarah said, in some cases, the difference and appearance, it's so clear, and we can hide it. In other cases, it's not so clear, but it's important to the person know about the history. If I was adopted, I would like to know my history, how was the process, how my parents felt when know me. I guess it is important that the children would feel valorized, important. And what age should be told? I don't know the age. I guess it depends on the situation, because there are children, if it was adopted children, perhaps it wouldn't be the maturity to understand. I guess it really depends. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really tough question. I think it depends. But maybe since the first day, like since always, they should always like talk about it. And yeah, I think for the parents, it's important also to think that the children have a past, right? And then they need to know their own story, right? Like, can you imagine you getting older and you don't know where you came from? That's really, that like might be frustrating, right? So I totally agree with you, Nach. How do you see it, Faye?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. I think they should have told as soon as they have the understanding for that. Since always, like I said, is it should be carried as a normal thing, because it is a normal thing. So it's not good to hide this. It's not right to write this, especially because everybody in a point of life, they will want to know about their past. I want to know about my past. I was raised by my mom and my grandfather, and I don't know a lot about my grandfather. And I've never had this conversation about his life, and I would like to know that, because it is my past. So I think everybody wants to know about their past, and this is very important.
Like it's also part of who you are, right? So it is important to have these things clear, right? Sarah, your turn. What do you think?
I would say that maybe 5 or 6 years old. I don't know if it is interesting to share with a 2-year-old kid or something like that, because they will just forget 5 minutes after. So maybe you shouldn't tell them yet, but like treat like it's normal, like Fernando said, and not try to make them feel like they are not loved by their biological parents. I don't, even if the biological parents aren't good people, but you shouldn't try to like paint an ugly picture for the kids, try to understand your parents couldn't raise you. Maybe they wanted the best for you. I don't know, this type of things, it's hard to have this conversation, I imagine. And I don't know if it is safe or reasonable for the children to meet their biological parents, depending on the case. If they are good people facing some troubles, okay. But if they are a risk to the safety or something like that, maybe it's not a good idea. But you can explain to your kids, oh, I think you shouldn't go there because of that or these reasons, So depends on each case.
Yeah, really hard to like, you said something nice, if that is like something something deeper with the parents, right? Like with the biological parents, if they have, I don't know if they have like psychological issues or something like this, like mental health issues. I think this can be complicated too, right? But I think this like should be the children choice, like they need to choose if they want to do it, right? And then but be aware of this, right? Wow, they had these issues, but if you want to, like, just go. Yeah, really tough, guys. Well, talking about the parents now, like about the person who is qualified to adopt, what do you guys think? What features make a couple or a person qualified to adopt? Do you think there should be any restrictions to become an adoptive parent, like age or purchasing power, clean record, psychological profile? Should there be these restrictions, Sarah? What do you think?
Well, age, I think that it could be a problem. If you are too old, you don't have the energy, the patience to go after kids. I don't know. It's not like I don't think there should be a prohibition or something, but maybe just advice or try to recommend other situations. Or do have like someone to help you if you are like 70 years old, or do have like a kid, daughter or someone who can help you with the kid, because if the parents are going to be totally responsible for the kid and they are really old, I feel like that could be a problem. The kid would be alone maybe in the future because of this advanced age. I know it's not cool to say that, but I'm trying to think in a rational way, I guess. And
All right.
maybe the clean record is also something to consider, depending on the crime, the reason for the crime, for something maybe because of hunger, or if the crime had violence, that two different crimes, so I think that should be considered. But people should be respected because everyone has their story, their backgrounds, and that is not our right to judge, but to be reasonable. I think not only about this person, these people, but about the kids mainly. Yeah.
Yes, this is a really difficult question. I'm trying to think of my answer here, and I still don't know what to say. But from my point of view, I think purchasing power needs to be something important too. Of course, like I'm not saying the parents need to be rich or something, but maybe have a safe place where the kid will be safe, right? Will be in a safe place. I don't think age might be a problem. I was Googling here to check the age, like since the moment when we can start adopting. It starts at 18, but the children needs to have like a difference between a difference of 16 years. So, for example, my child needs to be 16 years younger than me. You know, I think that's it. And it's nice, right? To think about it. So if you are 18, you can adopt a child at 2 years old. Okay, yeah, nice. Or up to 2, right? Up to 2 years old. Nice. Yeah, but I think that this is my point of view about the clean record. I really don't know, but I will go with you, Sarah. I think it depends on the crime, but it's hard to judge too, because if we are thinking of like the socialization of these like people, they need to have the chance to have their own children, right? So it's a tough subject. Yeah. Well, Fair, what do you think about it?
It's very difficult because we need to judge, and it's so difficult. I believe that just the purchasing power should be really considered, because it's not cheap to raise a child with a good structure, but the rest of them depends. So there should be an evaluation and taking in consideration all the aspects, because like the age, maybe it's an old person but with a good physical condition, so it's not a problem. So really depends about the clean record, depends on the crime, depends on and on everything. And the same with the psychological profile, depends. It's impossible to give a
Yeah,
right answer.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's hard, but yeah, maybe this is the perfect answer here on TNT. It depends, and then we like try to like give more details, right? Couldn't agree more. And Nach, how do you see this? Share with us.
Yeah, you saying about it depends makes me thinking about how bureaucratic is the process of adoption. Perhaps because of all this depends. Of course, we know that there are I don't know the words, a fila, but we need to evaluate it every situation when every children, the family, the historic, the purchasing power, the house, the mental health, and just to care about and protect the children in the best way. I meet some social assistants here in my city, close to me, and they said about the cases, horribles of children that were adopted and needed to back to the abrigo because the family wasn't good. But the government did the best, the social assistance did the best to do it, but it's worth it and it's to back. So everything can happen, and this depends, make the process more bureaucratic.
Yeah, and I think it's like really nice what you said, because this like bureaucratic process, I think it needs to be this way to like protect the children, right? Like, can you imagine going from one house to the other, like thinking now it's going to be your time to have your own family, and then, oh, it wasn't like this. It's frustrating, right? Like for the children. So I understand it being this way, right? It is important to have like a lot of processes, a lot of moments for the children to meet the parents and to interact with them, to build the relationship, right? Really tough. Yeah, I think we are running out of time, so I will go to the last one. Do you agree that people should be able to be so picky when it comes to child physical features, like restricting the gender, race, hair, color, age, like really choose how they want their children to be like? Tough question. Nach, let's start with you.
I was in the Google Translator to know what is picky.
Picky is like when you like someone who is like picky, they choose too much, you know.
Oh, do you agree that people should be able to? No, I agree with Sarah said. I guess depends on the connection. It's more deeper than just appearance. It's our heart that chooses for us. I guess is the right way. Our hearts needs, because children of heart, that is an expression like that. He has my children of heart, and I guess that the physical, the color is secondary.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. And how do you see it, Finn?
So difficult too. All of those questions are difficult. I don't think people should be picky when they do this choice. This choice. But at the same time, the age is something that really that comes to my mind, because when I think about adopting, I don't know, I think about adopting a baby, but this maybe this is a kind of prejudice. I don't know, and that's why there are so many teenagers in the shelter, and they cannot find some family to go. So maybe it's oh my gosh, I don't know how to say this word. It's hypocrisy. So I really don't know how to answer this question. But about the other aspects, shouldn't be any choice.
Yeah, this is a really tough question. I don't know how to answer it, but it is like really nice what you said about a lot of teenagers that are not adopted, right? And that are like really looking for a family, like looking for love, right? It is really, really tough. Let's see, the girls are back. How was the conversation, Lara?
Oh, it was really good. I really enjoyed being here on TNT, not because like practicing English, but I think I could learn a lot with Edna, Ana Paula, and Bruna. Like it was a really great conversation. And we just go to like question number 3, and we talked a lot.
I love it. All right. That's pretty good. I love when it happens, when you have the chance to bring like different subjects. I think this is really important, and I really like to use this space to bring these subjects. I think we can learn a lot from each other, and I also learned a lot here in the main room. So I'm glad you girls had a nice talk. Bru, how was it for you?
It's awesome. The girls, it's a pleasure to speak with them, and the subject is so good. It's about a son, adoption. It's so good. It's my world,
Yeah.
Talk about the son, the children. For your mother, it's easy. I don't know for Lara. Lara don't have children.
Yeah.
Maybe it's sometimes difficult to talk about the education, how the challenge, for example. But for me, Anna, Edna, for the mother, it's easier.
Yeah, I know Lara has nephews, right?
Yeah. I use my nephews as examples.
I love it. I know it's not the same, but like we can use it, right? Just Nachi brought her experience with her nephews too, so that's really nice. Guys,
Maybe that's why Lara don't want to have a kids, no?
Yeah.
Guys,
I can learn from other people's experiences.
That's it, Lara. Guys, Sarah is recommending a movie called He Even Has Your Eyes. It's about a Nigerian family that adopts a white baby, even though their family disagrees. Oh, I loved it. I will save it here on my list. It was such a pleasure to talk to you guys. Nachi, Fer, Sarah, thank you so much for bringing so many good ideas, many good points of view. And the guys, the girls, actually, Lara, Ana, Edna, and Bru, thank you so much. Yeah, it was a pleasure having you here with me. I still don't know the subject for the next week, so I won't say anything. I haven't chosen yet, but you can send your feedback, suggestions, topics you want to talk about. It can be about family, about children. You choose, all right? I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, a great day, and see you next week. All right?
Okay, thank you. See ya.
So much.
Thank you.
Bye.